All right, so just this past weekend, Memorial Day weekend, it was Combo Breaker, which is a fighting game tournament in the Schaumburg, Illinois, Chicagoland suburbs area. And with that, there is one particular vendor that I'm always looking forward to, and that is the Popcorn Baron. I've done previous videos before, and this year is no exception. I've got, I think it's like 12 or 13 different flavors of popcorn to try, and none of which I tried previously, so all these flavors are new. You can go check the previous videos and for those flavors. I'm pretty sure they're still the same, but in, well, I guess kind of a particular order. It starts off, I'm going to start with like the sweet ones, and then go to the savory, and then end with the spicy ones, because I figure lingering flavors and whatnot, the sweeter ones won't stick around as much, and like eating a spicy one first, I'll be spicy for the rest of the video. So here we are going to start with cinnamon roll. And we got milk chocolate, chocolate chip cookie dough, key lime pie, and now some of the savory ones. We've got our pizza, black garlic and Parmesan truffle, ketchup. A couple spicy ones is just jalapeno, and then the hell level one, the habanero one from last video that like really took me out. There's only a couple that are on like the hell level, and that last one, the habanero one, was hell. And I got another one this time around called White Devil. So that one is going to be the last one that I try. And then there was also a couple seasonal or limited, like only for Combo Breaker flavors, and I got 4 of them. Those were orange cream soda, electric lemonade, and Tapatios. There's only 3 of them, yeah, because I think there was like a jalapeno cheddar, and I thought about getting jalapeno cheddar, but I just ordered jalapeno instead. So we're still gonna get jalapeno themed thing. So we're going to try all of these flavors right now. All right, so I'm going to start with the sweeter ones, and I'm going to start with the limited edition ones. So right off the bat, we're going to have orange cream soda. So I think this will probably taste like a creamsicle, like a vanilla and orange, and soda flavored. The root beer ones that they did have like a sparkling type of, like almost like an effervescent powder on them. So the root beer one tasted like it was a carbonated drink. I'm thinking this might have that too. I'm not sure. That's just my guess for both this and electric lemonade. So orange cream soda first. It smells sweet. Yeah, but it doesn't really smell like orange. It's kind of like a sweet vanilla. Here we go. Yep, it does. Let's see if we can hear. Okay, so this is, put it simply, it's like orange, vanilla, Pop Rocks on popcorn, which is very good. I like it. It's not really sweet. You know, actually the orange is kind of subtle. It's not like a super artificial orange or anything like that. And the vanilla, it's not like really overpowering. It's just really pretty nice. Those that might be too much orange, vanilla, and then like the carbonation on top of it. But it doesn't go like, too hard. It doesn't overstay its welcome. So that's very nice. Moving on to electric lemonade. I'm thinking that might be the same. I don't know if this is like based off of the charged lemonade that Panera Bread had that kills you. Looking at the color scheme, it seems like a strawberry lemonade type. I don't know what's electric about it, but let's see. Doesn't really smell lemony or anything. It is cool. Yeah, it's like a purple. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if there's also some of that kind of effervescence. I'm not really seeing it on this one. So this is like a sweet lemon, but not like really sour. They had a separate, a lot of the fruit glazes, which I didn't get this time. One of them was lemon. I'm assuming that one's going to be very lemony and like sour. This was not. This is just kind of like a very sweet, you know, because lemonade is like sugary lemon. So not sour, not too tart or anything. It's not like pink lemonade, which is almost like, yeah, it's kind of like, kind of has that kick to it. This is just, you know, I'm not saying it's not, I don't know what the electric part of it is. It's just kind of like a smooth lemonade. But this is good too. Again, not doing too much in the flavor category. Like it's not overpowering, so to speak. So also nice and cool. Putting that aside, going to the next, I guess this one. We're going to go with, keep on the citrus, the key lime pie. Which I've had some like custards and stuff. It's like very lime, and then there's like a, you know, usually they put like custard or like a frosting layer in it to make it the pie part of it. There we go. And again, it's not really hitting, doesn't smell like a lot of like lime or anything like that. So let's try that out. Yeah, pretty much. You taste the lime, and there's some sweetness to it, but it is not really sour. And like I'm not, you know, I'm not puckered up or anything like that. And it's not like too like vanilla-y or anything like that too. So this is just kind of, again, a subtle lime with some sweetness at the back end. So key lime, you know, that's what I expect from key lime pie. So another good one. Take a little bit of sip here. Let's go to the two chocolate ones now. Chocolate chip cookie dough. So, you know, I've just got straight up milk chocolate, so that's, you know, maybe I'll try that one first, because this will taste, I'm assuming this is gonna taste like chocolate, and then I'll be like, what is the difference between this and the cookie dough? So kind of smells like chocolate, milk chocolate. There wasn't like dark chocolate or other types of chocolate, just variants like the chocolate cookie dough they had. So it was just chocolate on popcorn. Very good. Yeah, they just coated popcorn in milk chocolate. It is just that. Very good if you like it. Not much else to say. Okay, so now that I know what chocolate tastes like, what is the difference between chocolate chip cookie dough and that one? Still just kind of smells like chocolate. A lot of cookie dough stuff has some sort of like savory bready type of, you know, to make it the cookie dough flavor. Okay, still mainly chocolatey, but not as chocolatey as the last one. There is a subtle difference, not just sweet chocolatey. I'm not getting hit with a lot of like cookie dough flavor, like some of the things have some sort of that extra to really sell it so you can taste that it's cookie dough and tell that it is. Probably wouldn't have guessed cookie dough. This is just like another kind of like a, not like a semi-sweet kind of a chocolate, unless just what I'm not tasting is the cookie dough, and it's just there's that difference again. I tried the regular chocolate first. This tastes like chocolate still to me, just not as sweet chocolate. So that's probably because there's a little bit of the whatever they put on there to give it the doughiness, so to speak. But it's still chocolatey. And again, there's people that are like, oh, I love eating cookie dough. It doesn't taste like just like a regular cookie dough, the flour and the egg and whatever, with some chocolate in there. If you took the chocolate away, I'm not sure you would get too much cookie dough. But so again, this is just kind of like a chocolate light, at least for me. All still good. All right, and then last of these sweet ones, I believe, cinnamon roll, which should have some sort of nice, cinnamon, kind of like a spiciness, not spiciness, but spice, the cinnamon, to kind of segue into the savory line. Oh yeah, that's cinnamon right there. That smells good. Very good, very good. Okay, so this doesn't just taste like cinnamon. There is a bit of the sweet, I guess that would be like the cream, the frosting that you put on top of a cinnamon roll. If you do that, that's what I'm tasting here too. So there's mainly there is cinnamon, but it's not just like a cinnamon flavored spicy, spiced popcorn. There's a sweetness to it, which is the cream on top of the cinnamon roll. So this is very, very good. In terms of all of the sweet ones, this is like, I guess, the savoriest, outside of just straight up chocolate. So very good. I can tell, I'm gonna eat a lot of this too. This is pretty good. All right, so now the sweet ones are done. I personally tend to think that they really do a good job with the savory flavors. I don't know how they do it, but just the stuff like the Korean barbecue and other things that are escaping my mind right now, just even like the hot wings or like chicken flavored stuff like that. It just tastes so good and meaty, and I don't know how they do it. So let's start with pizza. So I like to think I know what pizza tastes like. Somewhat, tomato-y with like the spices, Italian spices, and oh, yeah, that does taste like, smells like pizza, like breadsticks or something like that. You just smell the pizza spices right away. Oh, tomatoey too. Shut up. This tastes like, tastes like pizza. It tastes like you got some crazy bread from Domino's or Little Caesars, however you got, because it's bread based, whatever. It tastes like, you kind of almost like a breadstick, even like an Italian breadstick or like a garlic breadstick, and you dipped it in pizza sauce. It tastes exactly like that. So this, there's no other way. This tastes exactly like pizza. Not like pepperoni pizza, deluxe pizza. We're getting into the toppings and whatnot. This just tastes like very much like bread and pizza sauce, 100%. So this is super good, super accurate, especially if you like pizza. There you go. Okay. I'm gonna take a drink in between each of these because I figured flavors are much stronger. They might influence the other ones. So, all right, next, black garlic and Parmesan truffle. A lot of stuff going on there that I'm not too sure. Like, I know garlic, but what's black garlic? Parmesan, but truffle, I don't know. Things have like truffle oil, and I don't really get that. But half of these words I know what they mean, so I'm going to, hopefully, I think it just tastes like garlic Parmesan. That'd be really good. It's not really it's not like garlic. Like those pizza ones smelled like pizza. This is not really hitting you with like a garlic scent right away. Ooh. Doesn't need to. One more. This is really good. I just, at least the garlic Parmesan, I taste right away. Really savory. Like you taste the garlic. And then it gets kind of really salty. And then you taste kind of like the Parmesan after that. And it's just good. Like, again, another really good savory. So not quite like a garlic Parmesan, like chicken wing or something like that. But I'm tasting, both garlic, still tastes like, yeah, I think it's a different flavor profile versus just straight up, like garlic parm wings, because they do something different to make it wingy. But you do taste garlic, and it does taste like grated Parmesan cheese, like that kind of on there too. So very good. Not as strong as like pizza, but still like savory. And I'm like, oh, I want to eat all of these right now. So that's also very, very good. Next up, ketchup. Shout out to the Canadians. I know ketchup chips is big there. And last time they had the all dressed popcorn, which they had this time too, and those are really, really good. So ketchup. Oh, that smells that sweet. You smell ketchup right away. All right, so this one is a little bit more subtle. And I know recently they've had ketchup chips come and go all the time. And some of them kind of hit you right away with like a sweetness, because a lot of ketchup is pretty sweet and sugary added into it and whatnot. This didn't really have that. It's just kind of like a really subtle ketchup flavor that took a couple tastes to really kind of keep it going. Really, so it's not as intense as like the pizza was, or even after it kicked in, the black garlic Parmesan. This is just kind of like, so this is not like somebody dipped popcorn in ketchup and took a bite, So this is kind of, because some people might think that's gross and nasty, so maybe they're playing a little safe here. But this one is, like I said, still good, but not as intense as I was expecting it to be. Again, maybe because some people might think that's gross. So there you go. There's getting into the spicy ones, so let's do jalapeno first. Doesn't really smell too spicy. Yeah, because normally you think like they just put like spice in there to be like, hey, here's your spicy popcorn. I'm not really getting that. Like, I couldn't have guessed that's what this is just from smelling it. Slowing down because I'm tasting spice. Slowing down. Okay, so there's a flavor going on that I'm not really identifying. I don't really just eat too many jalapenos by myself. I'm trying to think, like, there's other jalapeno flavored like chip and stuff, but they might be putting stuff in there. This is kind of just like a heat and a spice first. And normally when I taste something like that, like I did with ketchup, I'm like, well, let me start eating a couple more so that I can like let it build up and I can start tasting more. But I started tasting the heat first, so that's why I was like, oh, slow down. So this is just kind of like a spiciness popcorn there. So not as much of even like a jalapeno flavor. After there's a slight in there, I'm not really tasting, and it might be what like real jalapenos taste like. And I guess I just don't know. Again, I know you can get jalapenos and eat them individually. I don't really do that. So I might be missing that. But this is still just kind of like it's like a baseline, not too much going on, but you just want some spice. That's what these are. All right, next up, the Tapatio popcorn. And got a bottle right here. If you're like, first of all, if you're like, what the heck is that? It's this brand of hot sauce. So I'm gonna taste these first, just as like a hot sauce in my mind, and then try this and see if it tastes the same. Again, not really smelling too much like, you know, it's not just like they poured pepper on there. I'm not really smelling it, so. Just to be safe, we're eating spicy stuff now. This one's subtler. All right, so this one is just more like, I'd say it's almost like a hot sauce flavored, probably, you know, because it is, but it's not like they went a lot in with the spice too. Like I was able to just kind of eat those. It's good. And there's difference, you know, hot sauce is different depending on the brands, and then there's Frank's and there's other stuff, Tapatio. So, but this is more on like the flavor of the sauce than just the spice of the sauce. Well, let me try it now. Am I just gonna you know, doing that, I'd say this is pretty accurate, because this hot sauce is a little, you know, it's hot sauce flavored, but it's kind of, you know, it's not, again, it doesn't taste like Frank's, which has a more of a, like a, kind of hits you right away. This is, I want to say like a subtler, almost sweeter kind of the hot sauce, which the popcorn tasted like. So I think the sauce itself might be a little spicier, because I just poured it on my tongue. But this really kind of captures the flavor part of it, without being too spicy. This is just more like the flavor of the sauce. It's not as much of the spice itself. Versus jalapeno, which was more spicy than anything. Didn't really taste any sort of like green spicy flavor. They had a salsa verde one, which I probably should have got. And that I think also might have been more like flavory, tasted more like salsa, you know, green peppers or something like that on top of everything else. But I didn't, so unfortunate. That's still on my list. And before we get to the White Devil, I'd like to take a moment, recognize our sponsors. Not really, but just the flavor that I get all the time, and I got a large this time, Barron's Reserve. And if anybody's, you know, asked me to recommend them a flavor outside of like wacky, weird, you know, crazy flavors like root beer or something like that, I just say get this, because it is like a combination of like a white cheddar and a caramel mixed together in one. It's not two separate flavors mixed, just put together in a bag. The way, however they process it, it's got both on there. And it's got like a satisfying crunch to it. Each bite is crispy. Like a really light yet firm, still crisp to it. So you get that satisfying little like kind of bite and crisp every single time. But there is also then a savoriness of like a cheese corn, but still like a sweetness at the end. So this has it all. The Barron's Reserve is still my number one. I'm going to mention it every time we do this, because I'm going to buy it every time. So just to let you know, I still got it. I still got it. Here's what like this is what a mini looks like. And this is a large. So this is the difference. Well, you know, probably even more because I haven't eaten it for the last couple days. So that's how much I've already eaten, and this is how much. This is like a mini size. So just to give you an idea, there are flavors, sizes I mean. And I'm stalling for time because I'm assuming this is going to be hot as hell. It is hell rated on their spiciness chart. So I don't even know what it's called. White Devil. Is it white cheddar, white chocolate, white anything? Look at me, I'm already like sniffing it. I'm like getting scared of this. I have no idea. So this is just one of the other super hottest ones that I haven't tried yet. So without further ado, let's try this. And eating the Baron's Reserve kind of helped get rid of the spice on my tongue from the jalapeno and the Tapatio ones. So again, none of these really smell super spicy. Like some of the stuff, there's chips or whatever you buy, like the smell hits you right away and you're just like, oh boy, this is gonna be spicy. This can trick you. Because if you're like trying to like play it safe, you're like I don't know, couldn't tell you what this tastes like right now. So now I'm 100% so I can try to figure out what this tastes like before I get destroyed by the spice, which I'm assuming is coming in just a few seconds. So here we go, White Devil. What even is the color scheme? I don't know. Here we go. We'll do one more. There's like a savoriness to it. It doesn't really taste cheesy. And at least right now, any spice, because like the habanero one, it covered your tongue and stayed there and you suffered. Right now I'm tasting it like on my throat and on the back of my tongue, but it's not super, I'm playing it safe. Like it's spicy and it's lingering. I don't think it's as intense or crazy as the habanero one was. Let me try it again, a little bit more. Okay. So if I had to guess, it's still pretty spicy. I don't think I'm like suffering as much as I did last time with the habanero ones. I think those made everybody start like involuntarily coughing and stuff like that. If I had to guess, I think, there's something going on. I think it might be more of kind of like a white cheddar. I could be wrong. But this is not just like intense spice flavor, like crazy like hot sauce flavor or anything like that. Now there is spice. It's kind of, I think maybe drinking water was maybe a bad idea. I don't know if that ended up swishing stuff around in my mouth. Kind of starting to tear up a little bit now. Not coughing yet, but still a lingering spice through the whole mouth. So this is again, not just gonna like hit you and go away real quick, crazy spice. This is one of those like, it gets on you and it stays with you type of thing. And now it has kind of covered my entire mouth and getting a little spicy up in here. So we're going to take a quick break just so I can recap everything and I'm not like breathing through it all. So just a second, we'll be right back. All right, so let's just recap them all in the order that I think I remember I tasted them in. Starting with Orange cream soda was a very subtle, like orange and vanilla flavor with also like a carbonated Pop Roxy type powder on it. So it tasted like you were eating soda. Very cool. And again, not too sweet, but very good and neat overall. Electric lemonade wasn't super sour or tart or anything like that. It was just, again, a sweeter lemon flavor. If you wanted more of a lemon, probably there was a lemon glaze flavor that would just be straight up the lemon fruit flavor. So try that one, or if you don't want as intense lemon, electric lemonade would be that one. Key lime pie was also lime and like a sweet vanilla to it. So it tasted like, you know, key lime pie. It's got the little, you know, it didn't taste like graham cracker or whatever they do for the crust, but just tasted like there's the cream for the key lime. Very good. Milk chocolate is just chocolate covered popcorn, so simple as can be. Very good if that's what you like. Chocolate chip cookie dough was also basically chocolate flavored, but not as sweet of the chocolate, which would be kind of, you know, leaning in towards the cookie dough side of stuff. Although it wasn't very much of that doughy cookie flavor in there, it was just kind of like a less sweet chocolate for me. Anyway. Cinnamon roll, very, very good. It hits you with that cinnamony, you know, bready taste, but then there is like the vanilla of the frosting that you do taste after that, so that is also very good. I like this one a lot as well. And then that was all the sweet ones. Moving on to the savories, we got pizza, which was probably the most impressive and just cool. This tastes exactly like pizza. So this, that is what it is, pizza flavored popcorn. And I'm just being careful because if I whip these around, I'm going to be spilling popcorn everywhere. Black garlic and Parmesan truffle, very garlicky Parmesan cheese flavored, so very good, savory, but still kind of subtle, but still very also like just kind of like very good savory popcorn. So this one was also very good. Ketchup wasn't as intense or sweet as I was initially expecting based on previous ketchup flavored chips and whatnot. This is a little bit more played it safe, a little bit more subtle, but still tastes like ketchup. You just gotta keep eating to kind of get that, which is good because otherwise, you know, if you eat too much and then mixes in with like your saliva, you might taste like you're like, you know, eating just ketchup or like, you know, swallowing and be gross. So probably to avoid that, they went this route, which is, I think, kind of smart. So very good. Again, not nasty. You think, oh, ketchup. No, it's fine. Fine. Jalapeno was just kind of like a milder, just a spice popcorn. So it's just a spicy popcorn. I didn't taste too much green in terms of spice or anything like that. So it didn't taste like salsa because they have a separate salsa flavor. So if you see that and you want more of that, try it out. Again, this was just more like a spicy popcorn. The Tapatio ones tasted like the sauce, the flavor profile of it, the whatever, you know, just the flavor and the spice and what is in here anyway. The red peppers, you taste the flavor. I think the sauce is a little bit spicier. So this is just more like a, you know, a hot sauce flavored chip popcorn. Where it's this, the flavor is what you're tasting, not necessarily the spice. I don't remember, this wasn't too spicy at all, especially compared to the jalapeno. And then lastly, the White Devil. There was something going on there. It's kind of like a savoriness going. Again, I think it might be like a white cheddar, hence the white. I could just be wrong. But this was also very spicy and not as spicy as the garlic habanero one. That one was kind of like, it takes a little bit, but then it really hits you and then stays forever and you're actually kind of like dying. This one took a little bit and then it is a really subtle, slow burn. Starts in the throat, eventually took over my whole mouth and my tongue and whatnot, but I wasn't like coughing and dying and panting. I just kind of, I think I sat around for like 2 to 3 minutes in between when I cut to just kind of recover, so to speak. So this is still spicy, and the spiciness is more than any chip or, you know, things always say like, oh, ghost pepper fries or whatever. They're not spicy. This is definitely that spicy. So I'm going to be passing this around the office for everybody that thinks they're up for the challenge. So yeah, when they say it's spicy, it is spicy. Again, I personally think the garlic habanero was spicier, but if you like spicy stuff, this will definitely please you. I would hope so. If that's what you like, this is what you're gonna get. And then I don't know. I don't like ranking because there's so much going on here. I mean, out of the sweet ones, I guess I'd say cinnamon roll was really good. Orange cream soda was the most fun because of the carbonatedness. And then also, I just think pizza is just so mind-blowingly accurate to being pizza that is just so cool. So if you had to try anything, I'd say, yeah, try the pizza, try the cinnamon roll, try the Barron's Reserve, because that's my all-time favorite. 3 tournaments running. Yeah, or just try something else, because they have a lot of flavors that I still haven't gotten to yet. It's going to take me a while to catch up. So thanks for watching, and I have to eat all of these now, so wish me luck, because I don't want these to go to waste. And a lot of these are so good. Like, there's some I'm kind of like, it wasn't the best, and so I'm going to bring it to the office and let them try. I'll do that with the spicy ones. But some of these I'm like, they're too good. I don't want to share. So yeah, I got a lot of popcorn to eat this week. So I hope you guys had a great Memorial Day weekend. If you had that, it's garage sale season, so let's go find some deals. In the meantime, looking forward to more treats. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.